Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt uncomfortable even though nothing appeared to be wrong? Or maybe you met someone for the first time and immediately felt like, at peace. You like their energy. Have you ever left work completely exhausted after being around people all day and wondered, why am I so tired? Why am I so drained? Many people don't even realize just how sensitive they are. And today I wanted to talk about one of the most overlooked forms of intuition, clairsentience, or sensing through the body, feeling through the body. Hi everybody, I'm Kimberly Castro and welcome to Edge of Glory. So whether you call it intuition, discernment, or simply paying attention to how God's designed your body to communicate, learning to recognize these signals can help you make wiser decisions, protect your peace, and become more aware of His gentle guidance. And by the end of this episode, I'm going to walk you through a simple practice to help clear your energy after being around so many people and reconnect with the sense of peace that you deserve. And this is for everybody. To me, everybody's intuition. Everybody has many different senses that they use. Sometimes one is more prominent than the others, depending on your cycle of learning and how your intuition is growing, especially if you're practicing using your intuition and stuff like that. But if you're around people, you could pick up information from them, whether you realize it or not. But some of us, I'm an empath too, super highly sensitive. But you don't have to be highly sensitive to feel other people's emotions, to feel the mood has changed in the room when you walk in, or you could tell someone's happy or sad or something. But if you are like a caregiver, or if you directly work with people, whether you're a server or a bartender, if you do people's hair or makeup, or if you're an esthetician or massage therapist, or a modality that you're literally touching people, it could be draining, especially if the other person has some kind of real heaviness on them, or draining just by talking to them, because it feels like they're sucking your energy dry, because sometimes you're not just lending an ear, they're siphoning your energy, and it's almost like they're stealing or robbing it without even knowing it, and it's not a conscious thing. Usually it's not a conscious thing. It just happens, and it is an exchange of energy. You receive, you give, and depending how sensitive you are, or depending on how many people, because maybe you're not that sensitive, around a few people, but maybe when you're constantly bombarded with other people's energy, it becomes too much, and you become sensitive and drained and tired or confused, or your mood changes. You were fine a minute ago and happy and had all this energy, now you're sad and you're depressed and you feel like you want to cry. So it could be different for everybody. I've gone into rooms or like a restaurant or something and been around, and I'm like so happy and excited to get there, and all of a sudden someone sits right next to me or something, and I'm like, my mood would change. I would be like, I'm tired, I don't feel good, I don't want to be here. But the more sensitive I became to that, I would catch myself and snap out of it. Oh shoot, this is not my energy, this is theirs. So I tune back into myself, and I imagine like a bubble of light around me, like light coming in through the top of my head, my crown chakra. I ask God to, or the universe to bring source energy into me. I try different ways. Now I just call in God, but or the Lord to come into my heart, and then I inhale, and as I exhale, imagine expanding the light inside of me. So it's growing on the inside of my body. So I imagine my whole inside of my body is like white or gold or whatever color comes to mind at that moment for my own energy and protection. I imagine pushing on each exhale. And just try different ways, and it could change depending on the situation. It could change on how you mature and how sensitive you are. But try different ways, because my ways have totally evolved from when I began, to now. So right now I just bring, God or the Lord into my heart. I inhale, as I exhale, imagine beautiful light just pushing out all this light, and imagine my whole inside glowing, and then that light pushing out past my physical body a few feet and letting that glow. And I ask to, God, please seal any holes, any cracks in my energy, in my aura. so none of my energy leaks out. And then I just push everybody else's energy away, or I ask to send back any energy that is not mine back to the person and take back all my energy. So that's one practice I do. Or I ask God to send love and energy and healing ahead of my day, especially if I know I'm going to be out in public, whether I'm going in the car with somebody else, or I'm going to a dinner or restaurant with other people, or into a store, or if I'm going to go get my hair done or my eyebrows waxed or a facial, I ask the Lord to go ahead of me, and or the angels or archangel, to cleanse and clear the energy in the room and off the table and off their tools and off the person. And I just imagine wherever I'm going to sit, whether it be my table, at a restaurant, and my seat, and all the seats around me, because you're always around other people, so I'm trying to cleanse it for everybody else, or a hotel room, or a flight, or a waiting room somewhere. I ask to cleanse and clear whatever energy is on that seat in that room, or around the area that I'm going to be in. But I try to include other people. If it's for their highest and greatest good, I ask to cleanse and clear the room for the highest and greatest good for me and anybody else that's going to come in after me. So the energy is fresh, and I feel like the angels are there and God is there. And so I don't energetically pick up on someone that was, laying on the massage bed before me, their energies or whatever they were releasing during the massage, right? I don't want to pick that up. And whatever they brought with them energetically, any energetic dust or debris or energies. So I'm mindful of that. And if you forget, because sometimes we do, a lot of times, the more and more you practice, you probably always have this golden energy or this energy around you that kind of repels every stuff, other things that's not yours, if you have set boundaries, so you don't have to do that all the time. But sometimes it gets you when you least expect it, or maybe you've been taking on a lot more and it's starting to affect you where you're tired, even though you shouldn't be tired. And all of a sudden you're like, I don't feel right. I don't feel, good, or my energy is off. So you check in with yourself. So check on yourself on a regular basis, especially, again, if you're going to be around a lot of people. And just have these boundaries, energetic boundaries set in place. Like you go out, if it's going to rain, or it looks like it's going to rain, you bring your umbrella or your galoshes or your cute little rain jacket, or a change of shoes, in case you have to run into Publix and you don't want to mess up your shoes. You put on flip-flops that could get wet. You know what I mean? So same thing with energetic boundaries. You want to be prepared when you're going into these places, or you're going to be, exchanging energy with other people. So if you're in a service industry, do it for the people. Ask to cleanse and clear the energy before the people get there and after they get there. Or if you sage the room, but if you're like in, working with other people with massage and all that, sometimes they don't like the incense, or their nose are sensitive, or it's too much to have these sage or whatever. Maybe try just the prayers, or try just intentions to cleanse and clear the room, or have God or the Lord or Archangel Michael or the angels come in there and cleanse and clear the room energetically to prepare it for the next person. Create that energetic sanctuary. So you're holding the space for this person to come and relax or have fun, or whatever the environment is, to break bread with people if you're in a restaurant business, or to commune with each other. So set the space for yourself, for your own sensitivity, for the other people that are coming, and for the people that just left. Or if you're in a room, or you have your own room or office, ask the angels or God to, anyone that walks in this room, cleanse their energy, so when they walk in the room, anything they brought with them stays outside the door, outside the property, outside your home. I only welcome those that are, have good energy, or that would benefit me or them, because you never know what they're bringing in with them. And sometimes it's just yucky or doesn't feel right. You don't have to know it, name it, overanalyze it. but it's just like you physically clean your space so it feels good. Energetically clean your space so you're not absorbing any extra energy. And then you could also cleanse your energy. You could literally physically take your hands, and maybe you know this already, but maybe you don't, or this is just a reminder or something new to you. You could put your hands together and kind of rub them together so they make a little friction. And then you could kind of feel like energy in the palms of your hands. But then you just grab your hands and literally just sweep your hands, like from your shoulders all the way down your arm, both shoulders, down your chest, your belly, down your legs, the front, the back, wherever you could touch your body. And even if you can't reach like behind your back to sweep your hands on your physical body, imagine just have an intention just to sweep your energy. You could touch your body physically. So basically it's like you're taking a shower. You know how you scrub and make sure you get soap everywhere on your body? Or you scrub your head with shampoo or conditioner, or just use your hands, but you're not in the shower, you're not getting wet. You're just touching your body and give your body permission to release and clean and cleanse any energy that's not yours. Just remove it. So it's basically a dry, energetic shower. And if you are someplace that you need to do it and you're like, I can't do an energetic shower, Kim, because I'm in front of people at the doctor's office. So if you can't physically, like, you feel weird doing that, imagine it. Use your imagination. Imagine doing it. Sweeping your arms, your body, without moving your hands. Just use your mind, use your thoughts, and it'll move the energy whether you feel it or not. Imagine just letting go of any energy, cleansing. I give my body permission to cleanse and clear the energy that's all around me that is not mine. Let it recycle back into the earth. Or imagine going into the shower. Imagine going under a waterfall. Whatever works for you. It's going to be different all the time. So see what you feel. But when you do actually have time, close your eyes and ask yourself, what is the best way for me to physically... Go ahead, take a breath now, close your eyes. What is the best way for me at this time, because it could change, different days, different years. What is the best way for me to physically cleanse my energy? And see if you see a shower or a pool or the ocean or walk in nature. Or physically sweeping your hands and touching your body, giving yourself an energetic shower. That's physically. And ask, what is the best way for me to energetically cleanse my energy, my aura? Because it might be different. You might hear intention. You might hear a command. You might hear or see. So keep breathing. Ask again till you get an answer. And if you don't force the answer, if you don't get it now, you'll notice it later on, or when you do different practices, you'll see what works best. Or it might come to you in a dream. Or you might overhear something or see something. But try different things. But first ask yourself, what's the best way for you to physically cleanse your energy, your aura? What is the best way for you to energetically do it? And you might see a spray or Palo Santo or incense or essential oils or something. It might just be, how do you cleanse my space or my room or my studio or my chairs? What's the best way for me to energetically do it? Or what's the most powerful way? Because there could be many ways, but one might be a little bit more powerful than the other. So get inquisitive, ask questions, more details, and check in at different times. Does my energy need cleansing at this time? What is the best way for me to cleanse my energy at this time? And try all different ways. So I hope that helped. And have fun with it. Have fun exploring what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Bye for now.